Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to be reviewing 24 of the books I have out of the ones I have read out of the last 2 years. I read 24 total this year. I just did a Colleen Hoover book review on the 13 I've read from her. Okay, so we're going to start with Gone Girl. This one was super good. I wouldn't say it's my favorite. I also watched the movie after. It was like definitely kept me on my toes and wondering what was going to happen. Like I had to just keep reading to find out what was happening, if Nick did it, and if not, who. And then the ultimate plot twist obviously comes if you've read it. So I'd probably give it a 3.7 out of 5. Then we have The Summer I Turned Pretty collection. I just love these books. Like I love the show. Like they're just so cute. You know what I'm saying? Like cute and fun, really easy to read. I mean, like they're not even that big. Really easy to get through. I watched season 1 before I got the books and then read 1 and 2 before I watched season 2. And then obviously I finished 3 and now I'm just waiting for the 3rd season to come. And I am Team Conrad. I rate that series a 4 out of 5. Next we have When You Disappeared by John Mars. This one was so full of twists and turns. Like at first I was like, who disappeared? Wait, they're dead? They themselves? What is going on? Like I just had to keep reading because I was like, what happened? Like I think I only stopped reading it once. It was that good. I would give that one a 5 out of 5. Next we have 2 Nicholas Sparks books. I have had this one just sitting on my shelf since probably middle school, if that's when it came out. But I'm so glad I picked it up because I think I had given it away and my mom was like, do you want it? And then I was like, yeah, you know what? Now that I'm back into reading, I'll give it a try. Oh no. I've been finding all these random stickers in my books too. This is the 3rd one I found. It's kind of weird. This one ends like the way you want it to, but the way they get there is just so painfully like, come on, please make it happen. Do us all a favor. Like the worst is when you want a book to end one way and it doesn't. So I'm really glad. I like the way this one turned out and it was a really good read. Like it was super interesting and really, really good. I'd give this one a 4 out of 5. Then we have Every Breath. This one was even better. It was like 2 people who met on vacation, fell for each other, had a rendezvous because she was supposed to get married but wasn't going to, blah blah blah, you know, and then later in life they find each other. So it's all like right person, wrong time. But really, really good. Probably a 5 out of 5 for me. Next we have this book called Mastery, and I have to tell you, this was so worth the read. Like I have so many pages bookmarked and saved that I want to revisit. It's all about like how parents and outside voices quiet our childhood intuition of what we want to do and what we want to be, and then as we get older we kind of form to what the ideal is supposed to look like. So it was really eye-opening and just is one of the reasons I started my YouTube channel, because it's something I've always wanted to do, and I played around with TikTok here and there. But it's something I've always wanted to do, so now I'm just going to do things that I've always wanted to do and see which one is best for me and which brings me the most joy. Because being creative, doing acting classes and stuff like that and writing really brings me a lot of joy. And along with like, I'm a psychology major and I want to do a lot with that too. So it's just like, this book was super good and I highly, highly recommend it. So I would give this a 5 out of 5. Next we have Happy Place. This one was so good. I was literally screaming out loud because it's like, they need to end up together. They need to end up together. They have to. You obviously like can tell from the first couple chapters what's going to happen, but then there's like twists and turns. I'm like, no! So 5 out of 5 definitely ended and was everything I wanted it to be. I also just read this one recently. Literally finished it right before I read Never Never, so this was my 23rd book of the year. Meet Me at the Lake. This one did something to me. I literally finished it smiling like a crazy person. Like, I can't even tell you, I looked crazy. Smiling, I was literally like, yay! But it's kind of similar. Meet One Day Out of out of the ordinary, come back into each other's life. 5 out of 5 for sure. Then we have Never Lie by Frida McFadden. I love her books. I think I've only read this one and The Housemaid, maybe one other, but they've all been so good and like everything you want out of it. So I'd give this one a 4.2 out of 5. Local Woman Missing, I read this one last year. I recommend this one to everyone as well because it was so good. It was like everything you want out of a mystery book. Like, I really did not know what was going to happen until like the very end, and then I was like, it was like one of those eye-opening, like, wow. So probably a 5 out of 5 for me. This one, Promises We Meant to Keep. It's kind of like, will they, won't they? They don't even know. One girl is toxic, the other is like perfect, the guy's perfect for her, and it's just a form of battling with your head. So I definitely give this one a 4.8 out of 5. Really good and would recommend if you're kind of into that. Then we have a series, You Are Mine, Love You Always, and Be Mine Forever. And I wasn't planning on reading the entire series. I actually didn't. I think I left out the 4th book because the characters I cared about weren't in there, but I had to know what was going to happen. And I like it because they all focus on a different point. This one is her in her first relationship, then the one she falls in love with, and then this has them, but with her first boyfriend, husband, with best friend of the second guy or something. Without giving too much information, but it was so good. I definitely recommend this series. I had to keep reading. Like, I think I finished these all within 2 weeks. Because I was like, what happens? Are they okay? Are they going to be okay? Is it everything I want? Definitely 5 out of 5 for all 3. Now we have 2 by Riley Sager, the only one left, and The Last Time I Lied. I finished this one in a whole day, like just a day. It was that good. And this one, probably about the same. A day or so. These ones I finished so fast. This one is like one of the new ones I recommend because I just read this year. It was amazing. So many twists and turns. Everything you don't expect. Like, I don't want to even tell you what it's about to spoil it. Just go and read it. It is that good. 5 out of 5. I recommend. Then The Last Time I Lied is a little mystery about girls who went missing, and then another set of girls who go missing. So it goes between the present and past. And you kind of learn about what happened back then and what happened now. Are the girls saved? Are they not? I do recommend this one. 4.5 out of 5. Next author, because I have a few of her books, is Taylor Jenkins Reid. Maybe in Another Life and Forever Interrupted. Not a series, but I mean, they're pretty similar. This one, Maybe in Another Life, is about she came home and she runs into like an old flame. And then what would have happened if she made one decision and what happened if she made this one. I can't remember if it told us if she made the decision or not. But like at first I was kind of lost, and then I like understood it was going in between 2 parallel universes of what would have happened. Basically that one decision can change your whole life, and I really like that idea because I do kind of believe that is that any decision can change anything for you. Like if you say yes to that, it could harm you or it could be great. If you say no, you might have missed out on a great opportunity or saved your life. So for this, I'd definitely give 4.8 out of 5 because I really do like that idea. I have to say I think Taylor Jenkins Reid is just probably one of my other favorite authors, along with Colleen Hoover and probably now Riley Sager. Just because I've read the most of her books and Colleen Hoover's. This one, Forever Interrupted. I mean, these books are so good. It's about a girl who meets her husband in a pizza shop, and they get married and they have a great life, and then tragedy strikes, of course, and then they have to navigate that, and it's just so good. I definitely recommend these books, these last 2. Yeah, 4.8 out of 5 for sure. Then we have another one we recommend, 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I mean, it's right there. She has 7 husbands. She tells her story, and at the end you find out why she had to tell the story the way she did. It's really good. A 4.8 out of 5 as well. Then we have Malibu Rising. This one was so good. I really kind of liked it because obviously I live in California, so it was kind of interesting to read a book that was like right around the corner, and I could picture everything in every place they mentioned. So it was really rad to read that. I'd probably give it a 4 out of 5. Then this last one was The Fountainhead. This was a huge book, and this font, I still also read it pretty fast. Like, I had this in my hands this year and still have read 24 books. So, I mean, it took me longer than a lot of other books, and I still marked things that I wanted to go revisit that, like, meant something or were, like, hitting my soul, because this is kind of one that was recommended to me that changed someone's life. I mean, it really is good, but I would say only certain parts you need to read to get the message. So that's why I have them marked down. So I would probably give this a 3.8 out of 5. Just because it's so big and the font's so small, and that it took... You really could have only read the last part and been okay. But, like, overall, it's great. If you want to read it, I would definitely recommend. Like, even my grandparents knew about the book, so I definitely recommend it. That's all I have for now. The ones I have still. Obviously, I've read more, but these are the ones I still had that I could review for you. So, if you have any questions or book recommendations needed, let me know. Drop it in the comments.